Hi, Jason, the sleep hygienist here, again with another episode of Sleep Better Now, sleep hygiene strategies to help you sleep better. Now, this week's episode, daytime preparation for tonight's sleep. While there are several strategies, tips, and techniques you can employ at bedtime to promote sleep, there is plenty that you can and should do during the daytime. Number 1. No caffeine, tobacco, or alcohol 6 to 8 hours before going to bed. Caffeine and tobacco are both stimulants and will keep your mind going and heart pumping faster when you want to sleep. I think it makes sense that if you chug a liter of Mountain Dew right before bed, you're not going to sleep very well. Now, what about tobacco? I've had clients come to me and say, Jason, slow dragging a cigarette right before bed has a calming, relaxing effect, and it helps me to fall asleep better. Okay, fine, maybe initially, but tobacco is still a stimulant, and it's going to kick in within the first hour of sleep. That's going to interfere with the deepest level of sleep, the most restorative level of sleep. We'll go into the anatomy of a sleep cycle in a different video, but just trust me on this. If you're slow dragging a cigarette, yeah, maybe you'll fall asleep quicker, but you're not going to sleep well, especially in that vital early part of sleep. There's also tons of other reasons why you probably shouldn't be smoking in bed or smoking at all, but that's someone else's video. So caffeine and tobacco are stimulants. What about alcohol? Alcohol is a depressant. It interrupts your body's natural sleep cycle. Think of it this way. Say that you and a friend are at a party. Your friend is just getting hammered. I know you wouldn't because you respect good sleep hygiene. Anyway, your friend is just drinking a lot of alcohol. Finally, he drinks so much that he passes out. Great, he's asleep, right? Well, not exactly. While your friend is unconscious, what he's getting can hardly be referred to as sleep. Sleep, when done properly, is restorative in nature. You charge your batteries, you heal, and you prepare for a new day of wakeful activity. Now, your friend is not awake, but he's not really sleeping. He's just unconscious. Now, when consuming large amounts of alcohol, your body, it has enough. What it does is it hits an emergency shutdown button, because ingesting more alcohol could kill you. Your body wants to prevent alcohol poisoning. So what happens is your body knocks you out. You're out cold. While you're out, the body works on getting alcohol out of the body. This is not a restful or restorative activity at all, and your body is not going to wake up rested. So you're not getting good sleep. So in short, no caffeine, no tobacco, and no alcohol at least 6 to 8 hours before going to bed. Number 2, no napping. Unless you can secure 2 to 3 solid hours of sleep in the early afternoon consistently, do not nap. This will only serve to rob you of sleep at nighttime. You need to resist that urge to nap. What will happen if you do take a nap is that you're going to fall into a deeper sleep than you need, and you will not be able to sleep well at night. Then what's going to happen is you're going to wake up feeling tired the next day, and so you're going to want to take a nap. And so the cycle continues. Don't do it. Do not take that nap. Stay up until bedtime, or at least even close to bedtime, then sleep at night. Is this going to be a tired, exhausting day that just drags on? Yes, it probably will. But if you don't want that cycle to keep continuing, you have to slug it out until bedtime and then go to bed at bedtime, and then you should be sleeping better from there on out. Now, this is my advice if you live in the United States or other non-siesta countries. If you live in a country where there's a midday siesta, I would encourage you to participate. Take that couple-hour nap. The adult body, after all, is specifically wired to be tired at 2 key points in the day, at bedtime and early afternoon. If you work in a 9-to-5 culture, you may notice you work your morning half of your shift, you go to lunch. When you come back, you start feeling a bit drowsy, a little tired, you're just sleepy, lagging. That's because your body is built to actually take that couple-hour nap in the early afternoon. But in a culture where citizens work 9 to 5, and then have the rest of the day off, naps are not recommended. Now, in a culture where citizens work the first half of the day, then they honor siesta, and then they work until 8 or 9 p.m., a nap makes sense. Honestly, a siesta culture makes more sense as far as proper sleep hygiene is concerned. But I live in a non-siesta culture, and so I will be teaching you from a non-siesta culture. So the best option is to skip that infrequent nap. Number 3, be active. Do something that is physically demanding. This can be almost anything: sports, running, swimming, exercise, labor-intensive work, etc. Use your body. Get worn out. Think of children that run around all day and then finally they just crash. They are out. It's because they've been physical all day and their bodies are ready to sleep, recharge their batteries. Now, if you've had a day where you've not really had that much physical activity and bedtime is coming up, I do not recommend going for a run. All that's going to do is get your heart rate pumping and you're not going to be able to sleep. What's best is a minimum of 2 to 3 hours of non-activity before bed. So if you want to go to bed at 10, the physical activity you do in the day should be over by about 7 o'clock. You need that cool down time to relax and bring your heart rate down. That brings us nicely to number 4. Wind down at the end of the day. Now, I know I said this week's video is about things to do during the day, and it still is, but this last one does start to encroach on bedtime routine. Still, it is important for you to allow your body and mind to unwind at the end of the day. Do something low-key that you enjoy. This could be taking a warm shower or bath, reading a book, watching TV, playing on your computer, doing a crossword, etc. You get the idea. These activities are important to slow you down until bedtime. Now, a quick note that will be covered more in depth in a later video. Do not do these activities in bed. I'll get into it more later, but for now, just trust me. Okay, quick recap here. Number 1, no caffeine, tobacco, or alcohol 6 to 8 hours before bed. Number 2, no napping. Number 3, be active at some point during the day. And number 4, wind down at the end of the day. That is it for this week's Sleep Better Now sleep hygiene tips and tricks. Stay tuned every week and I'll bring you more ways to improve your sleep hygiene and help you to sleep better now. And if you thought the information in this video was helpful, I ask that you please take a moment to like the video, leave a comment, or even share this on social media. For episodes you may have missed, please visit the Sleep Better Now channel. And if you had any other questions, please visit my website, thesleephygienist.com. Until next time, this is Jason, the Sleep Hygienist, wishing you happy Z's.